Shields will have the confidence they want going into this game. So let's go through the teams. Let's start with Stocksbridge. So it's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, Ben Jordison, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, the only change today, comes in for Aston Ellard, James Morris and Oliver Grejlak. The benches, Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alfred Wilkinson, Thomas Poole and Aston Ellard. For Warrington, it's Liam Isherwood in goal, Troy Bourne, Jack Doyle, Josh Wheeler, Aaron Townsend sends it forward, but easy enough for Bourne to head away. 3-5-2 that Warrington Town are playing today against Stocksbridge's 4-3-3. Esong out to wide. Melardo goes forward, puts the ball in, long ball, but will go across. Doyle will pick it up on the left-hand side. Another ball into the middle, over the top, and at the far post. It's clumsy. Both teams appeal for it. Still in. It's not gone out. Here comes a strike, and Harry sends it well over the bar. So here comes Tweedley. Will just run over it. Will be hit by Doyle. Blocked by the wall. Corner kick Warrington. Not been working so far for this game. We are much further than 6.5 minutes in, and the game's time has not paused. As goes in the middle to Turner. Turner striking it, and well, he scored 2 weeks ago, but he's not going to score with strikes like that. It's probably wide of 2 goals. Never mind, just the one. Now back with Charlesworth. The throw-in. Launch forward, and well, Martin is on the top of Rawson, but nothing given for that as Isong has got it. Isong taking a long-range shot and under a lot of pressure and well wide on that side there. So Dial will take it. A lot of options in the middle. And there's a late runner there for Harris going in, who was unmarked, but was there, headed across the 6-yard area. Deakin clears. Jay Harris didn't go for it like you'd have expected him to. Now potential counter. Back to Charlesworth. He's gone for the switch. Look for Deakin, who has to track it in the sunlight. And now Deakin has some space as he brings it down. Deakin going forward with it. Looking for the crossing, looking for the far post, looking for Rawson. Rawson with the header. It's high and lofted and easy for the goalkeeper in the end, but a good idea, just didn't work out. Getting a bit frustrated. Doyle putting the ball in, Turner will head it away and forward with it, and then it's gone favourably. It's Deakin, he's not the quickest player, but he's got the man furthest forward on the right wing. He's got no support at the moment. Holds it up, Deakin, gets on the right to O'Connor, back to Deakin. Warrington Town defence is back, cross to on the far post. Header's got goal from Morris, but saved by Isherwood. He claims it at his near post. It's the best football from Stocksbridge so far. Now we'll send the ball long. Ball forward, and this could go well for Stocksbridge, but then, and Bourne, not a great clearance, goes to Rawson, who gets out to Grejlak. There's a chance here. Grejlak moves on to his left, takes a shot. It's a great save. Morris gets it in! Sorry, it's the other way round. It was Morris with the shot that was well saved, and it's Grejlak who has tucked it in at the near post, and the Steels lead 1-0 thanks to them, Oliver Grejlak. Todd has scored. Doyle, ball towards the far end of the box. Headed towards the far end again, but Isang will get it on the right wing. Lofts a high, lofted cross. Headed across there by Chris Doyle, and I think he wanted someone to get on the end, right in the end. It goes out for a goal kick. Ball forward into the box to Morris, who's trying to turn, and he's just in the box still. Have to get it back to O'Connor, then back to Smythe. Smythe, some one-touch passing here. Looking back to get it to Smythe, who gets back into the middle. It's into the 6-yard area, but Warrington able to clear it back to O'Connor. O'Connor takes a shot, so he's rising. Time will be given in this one as the throw-in's taken to O'Connor. Back to Charlesworth. Takes a touch and then knocks it well, looking for Morris. Lovely back heel to O'Connor. Gets across. Oh, what a goal! It's an absolute wonder goal from the Aussie maestro. Alex O'Connor's just teed up a volley, hit it, fizzes right across, cracks off the post on the far side, and it's 2-0 to the Steels. Alex O'Connor scoring the goal. Smythe, who launches the ball forward. Goes beyond everyone. Grezlak. Rawson breaks through. Rawson could have a chance here. Rawson tries to slip it over to Morris. Morris takes the first time shot. It's a good save. He never got a really good connection onto it. It should really be 3-0 now, though. So it'll be a corner, and these have looked very dangerous. There's not something I'd want to defend if you're just 1 goal up. Ball in, and it is in the back of the net, and it's going to be given. It looks like it might be Troy Bourne who's got the goal. Counter-attack happening. Turner, he's going to whip the ball into the box. Oh, he's going down under a push, but nothing challenge. Wilson heads it back into the box. Poole chest, Poole turns, Poole takes a shot, side netting. Ball going long from Isherwood. Goes further. Owen heads it towards the side. Wilkinson fighting for it. Wilkinson there. Will just volley that one away. It's going to be fought for inside the half. Rawson tries to get a touch, goes into the field. This could be it. Here comes Turner. Turner in the middle of space. Poole's on his left. Turner continuing his own. Finds Poole on the left, and what's he going to do? I think he's going to take it into that corner flag. Actually, no, he's got it wrong. It goes out for a throw-in. But that doesn't matter. It's it. The Steels have won 2-1. They got their goals in the first half. Oliver Grezlak made the most of it. Isherwood still close range and tucked it in. Then Alex O'Connor with an absolute stunner of a volley made it 2-0. Nerves of cause on the 82nd minute where Troy Bourne managed to head in from a corner. But the Steels have lined up and they have got 3 points today. It's 2 league wins. Steels will have the confidence they want going into this game. So let's go through the teams here now. Let's start with Stocksbridge. So it's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, Ben Jordison, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, the only change today, comes in for Aston Ellard, James Morris and Oliver Grezlak. The benches Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alpha Wilkinson, Thomas Poole and Aston Ellard. For Warrington, it's Liam Isherwood in goal, Troy Bourne, Jack Doyle, Josh Wheeler, Townsend sends it forward, but easy enough for Bourne to head away. 3-5-2 that Warrington Town are playing today against Stocksbridge's 4-3-3. Esong out to wide. Melado goes forward, puts the ball in, long ball, but will go across. Doyle will pick it up on the left-hand side. Another ball into the middle, over the top, and at the far post. It's clumsy. Both teams appeal for it. Still in. It's not gone out. Here comes a strike, and Harry sends it well over the bar. So here comes Tweedley. Will just run over it. Will be hit by Doyle. Blocked by the wall. Corner kick, Warrington. Not been working so far for this game. We are much further than 6.5 minutes in, and the game's time has not paused. As goes in the middle to Turner. Turner striking it, and well, he scored 2 weeks ago, but he's not going to score with strikes like that. It's probably wide of 2 goals. Never mind, just the one. Now back with Charlesworth. The throw-in. Launch forward, and well, Martin is on the top of Rawson, but nothing given for that as Isong has got it. Isong taking a long-range shot under a lot of pressure and well wide on that side there. So Dial will take it. A lot of options in the middle. And there's a late runner there for Harris going in, who was unmarked, but was there headed across the 6-yard area. Deakin clears. Jay Harris didn't go for it like you'd have expected him to. Now a potential counter. Back to Charlesworth. He's gone for the switch. Look at Deakin, who has to track it in the sunlight. And now Deakin has some space as he brings it down. Deakin going forward with it. Looking for the crossing, looking for the far post, looking for Rawson. Rawson with the header. It's high and lofted and easy for the goalkeeper in the end, but a good idea, just didn't work out. Getting a bit frustrated. Doyle putting the ball in, Turner will head it away and forward with it, and then it's unfavourably. It's Deakin, he's not the quickest player, but he's got the man furthest forward on the right wing. He's got no support at the moment. Holds it up, Deakin, gets on the right to O'Connor, back to Deakin. Warrington Town defence is back, cross to on the far post. Header's got goal from Morris, but saved by Isherwood. He claims it at his near post. It's the best football from Stocksbridge so far. Now we'll send the ball long. Ball forward, and this could go well for Stocksbridge, but then, and Bourne, not a great clearance, goes to Rawson, who gets out to Grezlak. There's a chance here. Grezlak moves on to his left, takes a shot, it's a great save, Morris gets it in! Sorry, it's the other way round, it was Morris with the shot that was well saved, and it's Grezlak who has tucked it in at the near post, and the Steels lead 1-0 thanks to them, Liver Grezlak. Todd has scored. Doyle, ball towards the far end of the box. Headed towards the far end again, but Isang will get it on the right wing. Lofts a high, lofted cross. Headed across there by Chris Doyle, and I think he wanted someone to get on the end, right in the end. It goes out for a goal kick. Ball forward into the box to Morris, who's trying to turn, and he's just in the box still. Have to get it back to O'Connor, then back to Smythe. Smythe, some one-touch passing here, looking back to get it to Smythe, who gets back into the middle. It's into the 6-yard area, but Warrington able to clear it back to O'Connor. O'Connor takes a shot, so he's rising. The time will be given in this one as the throw-ins take it to O'Connor. Back to Charlesworth, takes a touch and then knocks it well, looking for Morris. Lovely back heel to O'Connor. Gets across. Oh, what a goal! It's an absolute wonder goal from the Aussie maestro. Alex O'Connor just teed up a volley, hit it, fizzes right across, cracks off the post on the far side, and it's 2-0 to the Steels. Alex O'Connor scoring the goal. Smythe, who launches the ball forward, goes beyond everyone. Grezlak, Rawson breaks through. Rawson can have a chance here. Rawson tries to slip it over to Morris. Morris takes the first time shot. It's a good save. He never got a really good connection onto it. It should really be 3-0 now, though. So it'll be a corner, and these have looked very dangerous. There's not something I'd want to defend if you're just one goal up. Ball in, and it is in the back of the net, and it's going to be given. It looks like it might be Troy Bourne who's got the goal. Counter-attack happening. Turner, he's going to whip the ball into the box. Owen's going down under a push, but nothing challenge. Wilson heads it back into the box. Poole chest, Poole turns, Poole takes a shot, side netting. Ball going long from Isherwood. Goes further, Owen heads it towards the side, Wilkinson fighting for it. Wilkinson there, will just volley that one away. It's going to be fought for inside the half. Rawson tries to touch, goes into the field. This could be it. Here comes Turner. Turner in the middle of space. Poole's on his left. Turner continuing his own. Finds Poole on the left, and what's he going to do? I think he's going to take it into that corner flag. Actually, no, he's got it wrong. It goes out for a throw-in. But that doesn't matter. That's it. The Steels have won 2-1. They got their goals in the first half. Oliver Grezlak made the most of an issue with still close range and tucked it in. Then Alex O'Connor with an absolute stunner of a volley made it 2-0. Nerves of cause on the 82nd minute where Troy Bourne managed to head in from a corner, but the Steels have lined up and they have got 3 points today. It's 2 league wins. have the confidence they want going into this game. So let's go through the teams here now. Let's start with Stocksbridge. So it's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, Ben Jordison, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, the only change today, comes in for Aston Ellard, James Morris and Oliver Grejlak. The benches Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alpha Wilkinson, Thomas Poole and Aston Ellard. For Warrington, it's Liam Isherwood in goal, Troy Bourne, Jack Doyle, Josh Wheeler, Aaron Townsend sends it forward, but easy enough for Bourne to head away. 3-5-2 that Warrington Town are playing today against Stocksbridge's 4-3-3. Esong out to wide. Il Melardo goes forward, puts the ball in, long ball, but will go across. Doyle will pick it up on the left-hand side. Another ball into the middle, over the top, and at the far post. It's clumsy. Both teams appeal for it. Still in. Not gone out. Here comes a strike, and Harry sends it well over the bar. So here comes Tweedley. Will just run over it. Will be hit by Doyle. Blocked by the wall. Corner kick Warrington. Not been working so far for this game. We are much further than 6.5 minutes in, and the game's time has not paused. As goes in the middle to Turner. Turner striking it, and well, he scored 2 weeks ago, but he's not going to score with strikes like that. It's probably wide of 2 goals. Never mind, just the one. Now back with Charlesworth. The throw-in. Launch forward, and well, Martin is on the top of Rawson, but hello and welcome to the Auto Safety Centre Stadium with me, Adam Allcroft, for live commentary of this Northern Premier League Premier Division match between Prescot Cables and Stocksbridge Park Steels. We are sponsored on this commentary by R&R Car and Van Hire. So today we have another tough game for the Steels, as they have now finally entered some good form. 4 games unbeaten, but they face a Prescot Cables that are 6 games unbeaten. And as we are in this league, we're starting to learn the reputation of different teams. We're starting to learn what each one's about and everything. Everything we told about Prescot, everything we know is that this is probably the toughest place to come in the league. The place you don't want to end up on a Tuesday night. The place you know that even the best teams really struggle to get something out of. So a Stocksbridge team that have yet to win away in the league yet might not have wanted to go there to try and continue their good form and carry on trying to move up the table and away from the relegation zone. Let's go through those teams for you now though. So let's start with Prescot Cables. It's Calvin Hare in goal, then in Alex McNally, Matthew Devine, Peter Clark, the former Huddersfield Town defender who makes his 1,002nd appearance today. James Devine, who's the captain, Charlie Doyle, Jack Goodwin, James Steele, John Murphy, Ben Elliott, their leading scorer, and Finley Cross-Adair. The bench is James Foley, Francis Smith, Tony Donaldson, Thomas Scully, and on loan from Blackburn Rovers, Patrick Farkas. Much like Ian Richards, our manager, he's a Blackburn Rovers youth international, youth player. For Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, the only change, Paul Iggledon, who comes in for Ben Jordison, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morris, and Oliver Grejlak. The bench is Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alf Wilkinson, Jordan Lemon, and potentially making his return from a hamstring injury, Jack DeGruchy. Stocksbridge will get the kick-off today as we close in on the start of the match. Stocksbridge haven't won away in the league yet, but have picked up wins in the Cup away, Parkgate and Wombwell. One on penalties against Silsden away as well, but nothing outside of South Yorkshire yet. But can they do it here in Merseyside? I'm just jogging on the spot from him as our referee today, Matthew Langdon, just makes his final couple of checks. He's taking a few more checks, and maybe I think he might be waiting exactly till 3 o'clock, so we get an actual start exactly on time for once. Would be nice. But here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels get us underway in the claret and blue shirts, claret shorts, claret socks, kicking from right to left, while Prescot Cables are in the amber and black half shirts, black shorts and black socks, kicking from left to right. Turner puts it forward to Morris, tries to ghost it to Rawson, but cleared away, back to Smythe, who knocks it over the top. Greshlight will try and go for it. Could be offside, but it won't matter even if he is, as it goes out for a goal kick. So back with Calvin Hare in the Prescot goal. Here on Merseyside, Stocksbridge don't often get the chance to play here because of being in the east and the way that the leagues have been divided up over the last few years. We're not too far from Knowsley Safari Park here as well. It might be where most of our players have probably visited this part of the world. Is basically to have your car attacked by monkeys, which I think what basically happens if you go there. Ball goes long. Charles heads away, then cut out in the middle by Devine. In the middle, Stocksbridge will get it. Turner going sideways, so slide the ball forward to Greshlight. Back into left back. Connor Smythe on the ball. Smythe taking it forward, crosses the halfway line. Knocked to the top, looking for Rawson. Looks to chest it down. Holding up the ball on the left-hand side of the box. Back to Smythe now. Smythe going forward. Hits a bulldozer of a tackle, and then tries to go carry on through it, but does get dispossessed and it's cleared away. Heads towards Elliott, who gets it back into midfield. Deacon gets his foot on it and he gets the ball over to O'Connor and a bit more space in the middle. Back to Charlesworth. Charlesworth, a bit of space to use on the right. He's got a few options right and to the left of him. Will try to ball into box to Rawson. Flicks up in the air, goes wide, tries to play in the middle, takes a block. A slight appeal from Connor Smythe for a handball, nothing given as the ball tries to get passed back. There's a little block on it. And Stocksbridge are throwing a positive start for the Steels so far in this game. Ball into the middle here. Morris just can't control it. Back to Greshlight, who can't get a decent shot off. It's deflected and bounces and in the end knocked away, so Hare can go and claim it. 2 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 here at Prescot. Ball not long. Smythe will look to get hold of it as it just goes out on that touchline here that we just can't see from the top of the stand. One of these like grand old non-league stands that if you see typically in FA Cup first round footage. The ball is thrown forward, headed away by McNally. Held up there, peels at Ellie Owen, committed a foul, not given, but Greshlight's touchback look for Rawson is misplaced. And Crossadare on the ball. Smythe gets to tackle him, but remains with Prescott. Ball down the channel. Owen looks to cover it with Elliott pressing, but will go out for a goal kick. Stocksbridge will be happy so far. And Townsend will get his first touch on the ball from this kick. Townsend will be one. Hasn't had a clean sheet in a while now, and will want to get one today. It's not cost him the lack of clean sheets, but something that will help. As Rawson looking for the overlap of O'Connor there, just a bit overhit, and will be back in Hare's hands. There's a chance to open up the gear. O'Connor has scored a fantastic goal last Saturday against Warrington Town. As the ball goes there to Crossadare, trying to get past his man, will go out for a Stocksbridge throw. He wasn't able to get control of it. So Stocksbridge will have the throw in on the right hand side. Back with Charlesworth now for the throw, who only ever presence for the Steels this season. Launched long and then cleared out. It'll be another throw in into the bushes across from us. And none of the fans are going into those bushes. There must be nettles in them. So we will get the throwing from Charlesworth on the halfway line. By the way, if you're listening to us on the YouTube chat, feel free to get involved by commenting. We will try and shout you out as the game progresses. Ball back to Eagledon, his first few touches on the ball, and you can tell he's still getting back to it because that one's a great pass. It's given back to Prescott in the midfield. It's Crossadare on the right hand side now. He seems to just be everywhere at the moment. Ball into the middle, immediately harassed as it goes back to Doyle. He's forced backwards. back into Peter Clark, the 40-year-old defender, who will switch out to the left, and he can't find his man. It goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. That's all right with Charlesworth. Early goal in the Northern Counties. Galcar United have taken lead against Frickley, who had that mega result in the week where they were 5-1 down and would end up winning 7-6. Charlesworth will knock the ball long, but it's over the top of everyone, and Devine will try to head it away and then cleared out further on. So if we keep it, Charlesworth knock it. Oh, he's looking for Grezlak on the right wing, but I believe he's gone out for a throw in there. So we'll be back to this Prescot ball. So his right spot has just kind of dulled in the last couple of moments. 6 minutes gone. It's 0-0 here. Launch forward. Eagledon will return. Ross tries to flick it on, but McNally just watches it and covers it as it goes back to Calvin Hare. So both teams are strong defensively, proud of their defence. And so we're not expecting a high score in the affair, but it was a nice head on here to find Crossadare on the right wing as the attack gets going here. Owen is covering, not in his favourite position, into the middle, and O'Connor will clear it. It's good defensive work from Alex O'Connor, and that has sparked some of the Prescot Cables support to the Writerers into a bit of noise. Back here for Unali to take the throw in. Okay, look at the blinds up for us here. Just looking for an option here. Stocksbridge have blocked well. He's going to just launch it into the block. Turning a bit ahead, it gets flicked on and just over, and James Steele can't get to it. It will go out for a Stocksbridge goal kick. But worryingly for Prescott, that's James Steele. Sorry, not James Steele. I think it's John Murphy who's just struggling to his feet and just can't get up properly at this point. He is now up and walking, and just a little knock that seems to have hurt a bit on initially, but gets better as it continues. Goals in the Northern Counties Division 1. Club Fawn Colliery are 1-0 up on Selby. Ethan Harrison has scored. Busby Bridge are 1-0 up on Appleby Frodingham. Keelan Grist the man with the goal. And Affersley Rec 1-0 on South Leeds. Charlie Orty, the goal scorer. Ball forward here by Stocksbridge. Rolls in heads on. Grezlak trying to get the touch. Gets a block on the clearance. Deacon gets it. Trying to find Morris. We'll get Morris in the box on the left-hand side. We pushed away by two defenders. Back to Deacon. Takes a touch. Finds a bit of space. Cross into the middle. Over Grezlak's head. Heads to the edge of the area. Morris can't get it down. And Prescott able to get it away. Stocksbridge just not getting the bounce on the ball. They would have quite liked there. Throw in for the Steels. Fleetwood Town are 1-0 up on Chesterfield. Davis, the goal scorer. Smythe gets through, but then it bounces off Turner, and ball is now back with Doyle. And Stocksbridge are pressing, and it's forced a long clearance. Eagledon will track it, heads it away, and Deacon will then launch it forward, looking for Grezlak, but head away from him goes back to Smythe, who tried to hit it forward, but I think he connected more with Crossadare than he did the ball. Stocksbridge remain on the ball though as Deacon got it forward. It's a good looking ball, and head away smartly by Clark, who before he can get to Rawson, out on the right hand side. Grezlak though commits the foul. He doesn't believe he has done, but Matthew Langdon believes he has. Will be a free kick. Goal in the Premier League. Bournemouth have taken the lead against Crystal Palace. Junior Krupi has scored the goal, while Bradford City are 1-0 up on Barnsley. Anthony Sarcevic is the man on the score sheet. And in the NPL, Adam Lafondra has put FC United 1-0 up at Gainsborough. Ilkley Town are also 1-0 up on Durham District. Jay Harris has got that goal. Ball forward by Hare. Eagledon will head it away, unchallenged, but only for Devine to return it. Charlesworth volleys it forward. Won't stay in play though. Prescott will get the ball back. Eagledon will be happy. It's obviously his first return since the second game of the season. That away loss to Ashton United. He went off injured after breaking his arm, and he'd be happy to be back. But obviously it takes a while, but in a centre back in particular, to just get back that rhythm, get back that partnership with Elliot Owen that was so strong in the second half of last year in particular. Charlesworth with the throw in now for Stocksbridge. All the way forward, looking for Rawson, but head away from getting him. Will be out for another throw-in. Back now with Charlesworth. Odds Turner back to Charlesworth, left footed who chips the ball forward, but easily dealt with by Clark. But he don't get the clearance right. He slices it, and it's into the trees over across from the stand we're in. I think a few of the kids over there are going to find that as they're playing ball boy today, as Stocksbridge will be able to continue this attack as they have the throw-in with Charlesworth. Charlesworth trying to get it down to the touchline here, looking for Morris, but first onto it was Devine, who read it really well, but he's cleared it into a very similar position, so we'll have another throw-in. 10 minutes gone in this game, it is still 0-0, nothing to thrill just yet. Charlesworth now with throwing, throws it in the middle, looking for Rawson. He's forced out of the box, back to Charlesworth, takes the touch, puts the cross in, it's over, everyone headed to the edge of the area. Morris tries to bring it down, he can't do so, and now it's past Smythe, and there's a chance for a counter-attack here for Prescot if they play the cards right, but Owen comes high up the pitch and goes good blocking. He's going to continue, misses with a slide tackle, he's late on it, will be a free kick, and Owen's going to get summoned over, and I think it could well be a yellow card for the centre-back, and to get one so early is not going to be good news for him or the rest of the Steels. He's going to get a talking to from Matthew Lang, and I think the only let-off he will get is, well, it is early, but really they shouldn't do that, but they do. And he is going to get away with that. There's going to be no card for Elliot Owen. I'm guessing it is in just after the first 10 minutes, and no more of that, please. Thank you, sir. Warrington Rylands are 1-0 up against Ilkeston. Ben Hardcastle has scored again. He's been in good form this season. Ashton United have also just gone 1-0 up against Stockton. Darius Osei, the man with the goal. Goldcard 2-0 up against Frickley as well. George Doyle. Good start for the Village. Calvin Hare will take this free kick. Slips as he does so, but it's a good kick. Going forward, headed into the box, and almost there for Ben Elliott, who's been a potent goal scorer for the Cave of the season. Just couldn't get onto it. Townsend gathers it. Men's 0-0 after 12 minutes. Ball launched forward. Rejlak trying to get to it, headed away. Turner will contest. Head forward here for Deakin. Can't get the right touch onto it. Sort of gave up on it though for a second. It's allowed Prescott a second more than they probably should have. Turner a bit of wrestling match, and no free kick given that. And then Turner is hacked at on the way through by Crossadere, and that will be a free kick. One of those where there was about 20,000 won on that occasion, but Stocksbridge are the ones who will get the free kick out of it. Aversley record 2-0 up on South Leeds. James Woodhouse will score well done, and District equalising against Ilkley Town. Jamie Austin has got that one. Smythe will take the free kick, launch into the box. Should be one for Hare to claim, and he does. Gets a clattering from Iggulden and James Steele, and actually James Steele is looking very uncomfortable. Iggulden unafraid to get those collisions. It was that sort of collision that got him injured with his broken arm to begin with. You can still see the bandages around his arm, and it's James Steele who, I think, on the ground there, who's struggling to get back up. I think maybe he was a bit winded and should be okay. Free kick fairly given though. Back with Hare for, actually it's going to be a bounce ball. No free kick was given, just a stoppage, because so it'll be a bounce ball that Hare will then pick up, with Rawson just standing in front, essentially as a ghost. He can't do anything about it as the ball is not long. Looking here for Elliott. Owen will head away, looking for Gragelap, but headed out to the right. Ike Smythe gets a bit of a touch as it goes out towards for a throw-in, and it will be a Prescott throw. On the right, and Alex McNally will come up to take this throw-in. Quickly taken, back to McNally from the 1-2. Knocked over the top, peels for an offside, but Smythe will clear it anyway. Only back into sort of an edged area here. And coming away with it is Goodwin. thought about the shot. Well, instead we'll send it over to Steele on the left-hand side, who will face up with Charlesworth. Cross towards the near post. Owen with a key header away. Here comes Steele with a shot, and it's sort of more of a pass. Prescot will keep the ball. Back to McNally. Cross going in, and it's a header there that will go out wide. Smythe is first to it, and he is going to allow that to go out for a throw-in. Stocksbridge throw-in in particular. Ball back on the left for Smythe to do the throw-in. Chance for Stocksbridge to try and get the ball away. Ball launch for Rawson, will head it into the middle, but Prescott win it before Deacon gets it back. Goes to Morris, turns, a chance for a counter, forced to Grezlak, but it just goes past him, and Clark will stop up. Peter Clark, who is double the age of Oliver Grezlak, there as Grezlak recently celebrating his 20th birthday. Ball out to the left to Devine, and back into the defence of Hare. Not long, out to the left, like to keep it in, it's headed on, and Ingleton will head it out. It will be a Prescott for in, and Prescott are now having more of the possession as since the 10th minute mark really. Stocksbridge probably had more of it in the first 10, now it's Prescott's turn to have more of the ball. Former Steel Jack Crooker scored for Ossett United. They're 1-1 with Blythe Town. Ball going forward here for Prescott. Steele on the left. Well in by Ingleton. Goes out for another throw-in. In a good attacking position though for the Cables. Ball goes into the middle and then into the box, but Charles a bit clumsily, but does just about get it way to the right. Deacon's like juggling it, being forced further and further back. Eventually does clear out towards Turner, who can't get the clearance on it, and he's been robbed of the ball by Goodwin, and will go for another throw-in. Could have easily been a free kick though. Turner was not great with his feet trying to get that ball back. It's often where you give a free kick away is when you lose it, and it looks like Prescott will go for the long throw-in. He goes, ball into the box. Flicked onto the 6-yard area, and then Townsend claws it away, and Smythe clearance. Comes out of nothing, it's a nice flicked-on header. Townsend does read it well. I think he was moving towards that part of the goal already and just has to use both hands to clamber that one away. Prescott on the ball again, looking to attack. Into the middle here with McNally, switching it and trying to be brought down by Morris. Fails to do so. In the middle to Goodwin. Goodwin a bit of space. Turner just stopping him there, and now Goodwin will have to spread it out as Prescott's starting to look quite good now as it's done to Crossadair. Trying to beat his man. He's a good little footwork. Tug up to the far post. Headed across. Great save, Townsend, stretching with his arms to claim it and catch it. But it's better work from Prescott Cables, who are now having the better chances. 18 minutes gone, remains 0-0 here. Ball forward, and Grezlak almost got a touch onto it. Headed back to the keeper, and Hare will claim it. Had to be on it with Grezlak trying to make a nuisance of himself on that occasion. Ball going forward, but it's a poor ball in the end from the home team. Stocksbridge have the throw-in. As Stocksbridge try to get the ball out of their own half at the moment. Prescott just piling on some pressure now. They'll be confident after those few chances. Ball out to the right. Here looking for Crossadair, but Owen will pick it up and just clear it out. Deacon trying to stop it going out for a throw. He does do so. Gets it to Smythe, who hits it forward to Grezlak. And that will be headed away. Grezlak, I think might have had a collision with his head, but he is sitting up a bit now, and Turner will win the ball. And we'll go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Shields just have it living a bit dangerously at the moment. Back here on the left, Smythe launches forward. Grezlak trying to get the save. I think there was an arm in his face that wasn't spotted there, and then Rawson will be penalised for the push in the back. Grezlak staying down there after, let's say there was an arm into his face that wasn't spotted by our referee Matthew Langdon. And we will now get up the Polish forward. not particularly happy because that wasn't given. Especially because I think a lighter thing was given with Rawson. Ball going forward here for Prescot on the right hand side again, where a lot of their attacks have come from in this half. Goes back, they're going further back to McNally, then knocked forward, and it's over Owen's head. Iggulden trying to stop it there going forward. Look, there's appeals for a penalty. It's a free kick given the other way. It wasn't a penalty, but I weren't sure that was a free kick either our way, as Iggulden has a bit of a tussle there. Ooh, news for Sheffield Wednesday. They're losing 1-0 to Charlton Athletic. Carey, the goal scorer. Ball forward and then headed out by Prescot, throwing Stocksbridge. Sunderland are 1-0 upon Wolves. Mukulele, the goal scorer. Ball is now back with Smythe. This throw-in. Launch forward, look for Rawson, but headed away again. Will be another throw-in for the Steels. Half-foot welfare, 1-0 upon Loughtown. Tom Joint scored. Out to left to Grejlak. Back to Smythe, takes the touch, puts the cross, blocked, and it will be another throw-in. Stocksbridge struggling to get crosses in. Prescott's defence are as good as being claimed before the game so far. 4 to Turner. Back to Smythe and trying to get it back to Turner. I think Turner clicked to his man there. Owen definitely did, and it will be a throw-in. And Stocksbridge are getting away with a few things from this referee so far. Not that we're complaining. But Burnley are 1-0 upon Leeds United. Ugochukwu, the scorer for the Clarets. Forward into Morris, who's being held up, trying to create space. Moved into space really nicely on the right side. A bit too far out for the shot. Out to Charles there. O'Connor's peeling off, and Charles tries to find him, but he didn't get much time to do it and ends up just sending it out of play for a throw-in. Prescott just did not allow you any time on the ball. Wasborough 2-0 up on Appleby Frodingham. Owen Burke's the latest man to get on the score sheet. The ball is now back here with Devine here, who throws it forward. Charles gets header, now forward now to O'Connor. O'Connor to Morris. He's moved into the centre here with Rawson on his right. Morris beats another man. Can he get it back to Grejlak? And no juggles. Grejlak with the header. Clawed away, and no, it's not. It's in. Grejlak has put the Steels ahead. Calvin Hare got a hand onto it. It wasn't enough though. Oh, and now the Steels are ahead. It's a poacher's goal from the Polish forward once again. The Steels lead 1-0 thanks to Oliver Grejlak. And it came from James Morris there is the man who did all the work, beating two men. Prescott won't be happy with the way they were beaten in the box by that. Saved by Hare initially, and then it just, Grejlak got a header onto it. It wasn't the best, but Hare couldn't, only got his hand underneath it rather than around it. And, well, it made its way in. Steels 1-0 up now. Oliver Grejlak, the man with the goal. Hare will send it forward as they get underway. Prescott want to get back into that. Peels for offside, and it probably was because it was left there by Steele. Charles will clear it. It's blocked and out for a throw-in. It feels like it was a handball there, but not given. Thrown forward. Moving forward, back into the field. Turner just gets it enough forward to Morris, who might break into left, but well read and tackled. Out to the right as Prescott will now look to get onto the counter. Goes forward, headed away by Owen, but only back here for Goodwin, who's going forward, takes a shot, blocked, and Townsend's racing to keep it out for a make sure it don't go out for a corner. Does get his foot on it and stops it going to. Townsend launching it forward. He's looking for Morris now, but headed away. Turner will look to get it back out here to Charles sends it down the channel, but out of play it goes. Throw in for Prescot. Ball forward, away, and good touch here as out to the right, and just a bit too overhit there for Crossadare, and Prescot attack will stop as soon as it started. Well, Grosjean there with his 4th goal of the season. Scored last week against Warrington Town as well. Oh, that was all thanks to James Morris as well, as Grosjean is held and Stocksbridge will get the free kick. Hi Lee, it was Oliver Grezlak who got the goal. Thank you for listening today. It was poacher's finish, header that would Calvin Hare just could not scrape away from the goal. And Stocksbridge have a free kick now. Turner thrown deep, very close to the halfway line. Looked into the box. Hare will have no issue with that one. Launch forward, and Charles will head it away. Heel into the middle. Deakin gets forward. Rawson looking to chest it over his man Peter Clark, though reads it really well. Hooks it over to the left. Grezlak trying to get onto it, but misses him and McNally. Cleared away in the end, and I think actually the Prescot player who just in a bit of a blind spot under a banner, I think Mike just got a bit caught up there, and he's now back on the pitch. It was Charlie Doyle, I think, just landed funny on his foot for a second, but does continue. Back out here with McNally, launched forward. Smythe heads away, and then Morris tries to get it back in the middle. He does, and Turner will launch forward. Ross trying to hold on, and Clark did enough there, but it does go out for a throw-in. Thought it might have been come off Rawson last, but it will be a throw-in, and the Stockbridge want to try and get the throwing done quickly. They won't be allowed to. Oh, Smythe with the throw. On to Deakin, back to Smythe, who gets it forward to Turner. Gets it to Grezlak, trying to hold it up, but loses the ball. Turner with the tackle back into defence. Cleared away, headed on, and then Owen will clear it away. Into the midfield it goes. Deakin tries to get it out to left. Grezlak trying to chase onto it, and will be covered though well by McNally. Will be given as a Prescot ball. 27 minutes gone in this game. It is 1-0 to the Steels. Stockton have equalised against Ashton United. Josh Scott scored. Morpeth in that 6-pointer against Workington, a 1-0 up. Nicholas Ballardo has scored, and Hebburn 1-0 up on Leek. Ethan Wood, the man with the goal. Smythe with the ball. He gets it out to O'Connor. He just has to slow down to get it. Stops him potentially breaking into that space that opened up on the right hand side. O'Connor moves to the centre, takes a shot, takes a bit of a deflection. Well, thought it took a deflection. The referee disagrees with that, and it will go out for a goal kick. Chesterfield have equalised against Fleetwood Town. Dylan Markanday the scorer for the Spires, and Barnes have equalised against Bradford. Cleary the man with the goal. And Aversley record with 2-0 up, and now it's been pegged back 2-2. Akram Lassilaire has scored 2 in a minute. Ball forward from Calvin Hare now. Going out to the left, and then comes off the back of Charles, out for another throw into Prescott. We had the better of the early chances before Oliver Grezlak's goal. As Charles heads away and kind of into the middle, Deakin gets it forward, but cut out in the middle, and a bit of juggling in the air before it goes far out to McNally. Out here towards Crossadare. Then back to McNally. Being pressed by Grezlak, beats the press of Grezlak with a nice little spin move. Out forward, Owen gets the touch, and then well timed, and this is a good ball here to Adair on the right wing, but then he just can't get the ball right, and even with the ball not being quite right, Ben Elliott almost got onto the near post for it. Townsend claims, and the attack is over. Ball forward, looking for Ross. He goes over the top of him. Grezlak's going to see if he can get onto that in some way. Well, actually going out for a throw-in. Morpeth now 2-0 up against Workington. Myers has scored. That makes Stocksbridge winning a bit more crucial to keep that little buffer between us and the relegation zone. Did open up thanks to that win against Warrington Town. Obviously Warrington Town with their 2-game time before today could overtake. Bamber Bridge 1-0 upon Whitby as well. Kofi Moore has scored. Ball forward to Deakin, then to Smythe, gets it back to Owen. Ball just opens up for him. Pass forward to Morris. Can't turn, we have man blocking, so he has to get sideways to Smythe. Tries to pass forward, blocked, and now back it is with Prescot as they try to go down the right. Morris back defending. Great tackle. Will be a Prescott throw into back his appeals. Tackle going in on John Murphy, who's trying to break. Back out the right to McNally. Ball launched forward. Smythe headed away. Now Rawson trying to hold the ball up, but can't do so, and it will just go back to Hare now in his goal. Takes the touch and sent forward, and Higgleden will look to track this. Gets it into the midfield. Morris there. Get a bit of a clattering from James Devine, and will be a free kick. I think it'll relieve the pressure for a moment or two. Obviously, we've talked a bit about Peter Clark here because obviously he's a Huddersfield Town legend who's come to Prescott now, and he's probably as much of a Prescott legend. Made his 1,000th appearance for the club. He had a guard of honour for the FA Trophy match in which he did that. Probably not the most famous Huddersfield Town person to even play here, though. Billy Mercer started his career here. He went on to play in the FA Cup final for Huddersfield Town. Back in the 20s, one of the legendary Huddersfield Town players under the Herbert Chapman era. Ball into the box, headed away. Deakin gets a chest before it's cleared out, and this could be a counter-attack depending on who's first to it, but Charles thankfully is the first man on. Out towards Higgleden, who's peeled onto the right, holds up well. Now it goes to O'Connor. O'Connor back to Charlesworth. Charles takes the touch, sends it forward, looking for Morris. Morris, great touch. Has to get the second, he can't do so. Cleared out, and Hare's going to try and keep out for corner. Can't do so, and the Steels have their first corner of the game. Steels, who haven't scored from a corner kick in the league just yet, but have been very strong from in the cup competitions and were very strong last season. Just haven't really cracked the organisation you get at this level and talent. Hallelujah, I'm saying cheers, Adam. Great job as always. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're all enjoying the commentary so far, or enjoying the scoreline so far, and hopefully we might be able to double it here. Deakin, ball into the middle, goes into 6-yard area, back goes to Morris. Morris takes a shot, blocked, great sliding block. Morris back onto it, over to O'Connor, cross from the left foot, gets it all wrong, and over the bar it will go. Prescott survived that one after they did the immortal sin of letting it bounce in the box from a corner. Back with Hare now. 33 minutes gone in this game. 1-0 to the Steels. Takes his time then, right-footed forward, in right down the middle of the park. Don't think Stocksbridge were quite expecting that, but they do get it back through Deakin. Then Smart tried to into the midfield, does eventually after a few little blocks, but then Turner will lose it. Okay, Will's trying to get the tack. Turner just about gets enough onto it, then Grangelack hacks it away. Rawson slipping through, looking for Morris, just a bit ahead of him. He's being covered well by Matthew Devine, and back with Hare. LMFC leading 1-0 against Newton Aycliffe. Brodie Litchfield, the former Steel, scoring Ilkeston. Equal against Warrington Rylands. Harvey John Kirby Moore. Ball forward. Here by Prescott. Charles will headed away into midfield, and they return it on the left hand side. Charles have got enough onto it then, and O'Connor will hack it forward. Rawson, bit of wrestling match between him and Peter Clark, and not sure which way he's given it. I think he's been giving it Prescott's way. Could have been a bit of a 50-50, which could have been given either way, or not at all. There is going to be a stoppage due to Charles have been down. Jordan Lemon could come on if need be. Hey, we'll just wait to see if Liv Phillips is given the okay to come on as a physio, but I think he just got a knock to the face to be able to continue.
Swinging on the barriers.
So,
one of them over the barrier down on the floor.
Just seeing what the referee did actually give for that. think it's just going to be a bounce ball that Calvin Hare will come up to take. Well, probably a fair decision, considering the stoppage for Charlesworth. It was the actual thing between Peter Clark and Luke Rawson was a 50-50, and Hare will launch the ball long. Owen will head away, goes out to midfield where Prescot will get back onto the ball. Sent down high and down the channel. Owen will look to cover this one. It does take an awkward bounce. Owen gets a touch and goes out, and it will be Prescot's first corner of the game. Prescot quite happy because they forced Owen into the mistake to give it away. So Prescot's first corner of the game, strong from set pieces, the home team usually are. That's why the home fans over to the writers have sparked up into a bit of song and noise. Stocksbridge did concede from a corner. Last week with Troy Bourne going for Warrington Town. Townsend's not happy because he's having his space blocked off. Ball towards the far end and headed back into the 6-yard area. Flicked to, and then Townsend claims, and I think Townsend's had a bit of an awkward landing on that one. No collision, but he has seemingly, something has gone wrong for Ben Townsend, and there is no reserve goalkeeper on the bench for the Steels if he had to go off. So concerning scenes as Liv Phillips will go on to administer treatment. He's not happy. He's holding his groin. So Liv Phillips will just check treatment here as Doncaster Rovers are 1-0 at Northampton Town. Ben Close has scored for Donny. I'll just check for treatment here. So the Steels obviously will be happy with the performance so far. It's not a beautiful performance, there's not been much slick football, but in the end they got their chance and they took it, with Morris doing brilliant to beat two people, and obviously his initial effort was blocked, and Grosjean just doing enough to get the ball in the back of the net. Calvin Hare did get a hand to it. He'll be disappointed that he wasn't able to get it properly aware. Ben Townsend is back to his feet now and will be able to continue. It's good news, and been able to come up for, I think, for the contested ball. Townsend will just claim it. 37 minutes gone in this game. It is 1-0 to Stocksbridge. Townsend launch it to the right hand side but headed away strongly. It will be a Stocksbridge throw. Prescot were wanting the throw in themselves. They're saying it came off Grosjean last. Back to the right here with Charlesworth. Launch forward, looking for Rawson, headed back into the middle, and then Turner back into O'Connor, tried to get out right, no one was there for it, intercepted, but then it's a poor out ball there by Prescot. They just give it back to Connor Smythe. Smythe with the diagonal, look for Grosjean. Grosjean might just be able to keep this in, he does, trying to get it into the area, but didn't get much onto it, and Hare's able to claim. Grosjean just ended up sitting down near the advertising audience behind the goal. Long ball forward by Hare. Owen will look to contest. Brought down and back here with John Murphy. Into field, switched out to the right and over the top across the Dare, and it will be back to Stocksbridge ball. Launch forward, looking for Rawson, but headed sideways by McNally. A bit of a high foot left, took it backwards by Prescot. Rawson will get onto the ball, trying to hold it up and just let it go out for a throw-in. So we'll be back for Smythe for this throw-in. Got a couple of options in Deakin and Morris. I don't think he's particularly happy with either though, as there's a bit more movement here. Smythe in the middle to Deakin, back to Smythe, who brings it down. Forward to Rawson, who's still in a bit of a cul-de-sac here. Does well to try and get down the left, but he's still being followed all the way by Crossadare, and then the passing blocked and easily cleared by Prescott. Owen gets in front of his man, heads it forward, but only back to Prescott, who head it right back. Eagledon will track it and heads it forward. Head back into midfield. Turner will return it and brought down well by Rawson, and Morris gets it back, and it will go out for a throw-in for Prescott on the halfway line. 39 minutes gone, 1-0 to the Steels. Bournemouth 2 up on Crystal Palace. Junior Croupier's got his second of the game. Ball going forward and down the right, and it's going to go out for another goal kick as Stocksbridge successfully prevent that from turning into anything more dangerous than it could have been. Durham District to a 1-0 down at one point, they're now 2-1 up. Jamie Austin has got the latest goal. Back now with Townsend. Ball going long. On everyone to Morris, who tries to bring it down and then cleared away. Owen can't get onto that. It's Elliott who holds it well before Smythe gets tackling. Turner comes away with the ball. Elliott continues to harass back to O'Connor. He's got a man on. No one shouting though for him, and he gets through a few players before losing the ball. Alex McNally getting it away, and then it's Crossadero who just fails to get a touch onto it, and it's out for a throw-in. Ashton United now ahead against Stockton, being given to Enoch Luciama. And Hallam 2-1 up on Newton Aycliffe now. Brody Litchfield has scored his second of the game. Out away to O'Connor, foot into the middle. Morris will hold it up now to Deakin, who brings it back on the left, back to Smythe. Smythe down the channel looking for O'Connor. It's a great ball. O'Connor though, his touch has took him back out onto the left wing, where he's got 2 men around him. Back to Smythe, who's going to move inwards, tries to slip it to Deakin. Deakin wanted to get it to Smythe. Smythe was then offside. Morris trying to find Smythe, appeals for offside. He might have touch it though, and it will go out, and Smythe just I don't think contributing as much as he would have wanted to that attack. Brighton Hove Albion 1-0 up on Newcastle. Danny Welbeck has scored for the Seagulls. I think the striker that Newcastle United wants is currently a few miles away from us at Anfield. There's some of the Prescot fans who probably share allegiances to both teams would be quite happy about. Long ball here from Hare, headed on and then flicked on by Elliott. Charlesoff there, don't get it, and he's wanting a foul, Charlesoff, but it's not given here. As he goes to cross Adair, across the far side. This is where Charlesoff would be. Shot, and it's over the bar. It's well worked by Prescot. There would have been some controversy as Charlesoff is now making his appeals because he was down, I think, had a collision with his head, but nothing was stopped. And the man who appealed off to the left there, I believe James Steele, was the man who Charlesoff would have been marking. So would have definitely been some unhappy Stocksbridge players. So back with Townsend now as the Steels get a bit of a let-off. As Prescott get forward, they'll have a bit of confidence about him. As it's now out to Morris on the left. Morris, bit across, looking for Rawson, far side, but well claimed by Hare. Quickly launched out here for James Steele, who came so close earlier. Forward, he's going one-on-one with Tom Charlesoff here. Charlesoff is tracking him, and now he's got a bit of help from O'Connor. Charlesoff will watch it as it goes into the box and back to town. And back with the keeper now as Steels can calm it down. Goes forward, headed into the middle. And then O'Connor gets headed. Didn't get it as he wanted, but Deakin gets it and flicks it to Rawson and back to O'Connor. Put into the middle, but headed away. And Turner's trying to contest it, and he does get it with a back from the battle with Goodwin. Back it goes to Charles, and then O'Connor in the middle to Turner. Turner trying to get down that congested right-hand side of the pitch. Charles forward, misplaced pass cleared, but not totally. And Grejlak gets it, tries to flick it into the box, but headed away. And now back in the middle with Eagledon. All right, knocked forward, and it's going to be Turner trying to get onto that. Turner does and tries to get it back, but can't get enough onto it. Both go, him and his defender go down together, 50-50. That neither foul should have been given, and neither was. Almost at half-time here. In what has actually been the most eventful game in the world, but Stocksbridge will be happy with the events that have happened. Whitby have had a man sent off. Frankie Whelan has been given the red card. The ball goes forward. Owen with the header away. Into the midfield and launched towards the right. Smythe will just clear that one away. Morris heads it on. Rawson will hold it up here. Needs a bit of help. Deacon's offering it now. Morris, but too much into the back of Rawson. Quickly taken to Morris now. Trying to get past his man. Can't do it as he did for the goal. And he's tackled and then cleared away for a Stocksbridge throw-in. We are now into added time. Obviously, Lurker back ahead in against South Leeds. Kane Rees has scored on the 45th minute. Smythe throws it at to Deacon, back to Smythe, puts the ball in, takes a little deflection on its way through, headed away by Clark, back to Smythe, thinking about the shot, he's going to continue forward with it, now turns out to left to Deacon, takes the touch, moves it onto his right, slips it through, looks for Morris, who gets the touch, can he keep it in? Does, and then he gets blocked and out for a corner. Stocksbridge will get the corner towards the end of this first half. And the Steels, as they did against Warrington, they just stung them right before the end of the first half with that Alex O'Connor volley. They could do the same here at Prescot Cables with this corner kick. The last one did bounce in the box, but Prescott able to clear after that. Here comes the ball, looking into the middle, well claimed by Hare. Just missed the advancing header of Iggleden. Hare looking to get the counter, slices it up into the air, and O'Connor will just return it, and while that might go for a throw-in, they'll be quite happy. I think Calvin Hare's claiming obstruction as the ball got out, but the referee is not giving that. A minute and a half gone of added time so far. Back out to the right. Launch forward the ball, and Smythe will get the header into the middle. Turner gets the next header, then volleyed forward. Rawson tries to chase, but Clark will head it backwards comfortably. And that will be that for the first half. The Steels leading 1-0 here. James Morris did brilliant, beat two men in the box. His shot was deflected into the air, and then Oliver Gray's like, not a great header, but it was enough, and Calvin Hare couldn't hook it away from the line. The Steels have then defended well, but with James Steele coming closest to Prescott, his shot just skimming the top of the bar. It's 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels at half-time break. I've been Adam Allcroft. We're sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hire. We'll see you in 15 minutes for the second half. So the Steels will have the confidence they want going into this game. So let's go through the teams here now. Let's start with Stocksbridge. So it's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, Ben Jordison, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, the only change today, comes in for Aston Ellard, James Morris and Oliver Grejlak. The benches, Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alpha Wilkinson, Thomas Poole and Aston Ellard. For Warrington, it's Liam Isherwood in goal, Troy Bourne, Jack Doyle, Josh Wheeler, Aaron Townsend sends it forward, but easy enough for Bourne to head away. 3-5-2 that Warrington Town are playing today against Stocksbridge's 4-3-3. Esong out to wide. Il Melardo goes forward, puts the ball in, long ball, but will go across. Doyle will pick it up on the left-hand side. Another ball into the middle, over the top, and at the far post. It's clumsy. Both teams appeal for it. Still in. Not gone out. Here comes a strike, and Harry sends it well over the bar. So here comes Tweedley, will just run over it, will be hit by Doyle, blocked by the wall, corner kick Warrington. Really not been working so far for this game. We are much further than 6.5 minutes in, and the game's time has not paused. As goes in the middle to Turner, Turner striking it, and well, he scored 2 weeks ago, but he's not going to score with strikes like that. It's probably wide of 2 goals, never mind just the one. Now back with Charlesworth, the throw-in. Launch forward, and well, Martin is on the top of Rawson, but nothing given for that as Isong has got it. Isong taking a long-range shot under a lot of pressure and well wide back on that side there. So Dial will take it. A lot of options in the middle. And there's a late runner there for Harris going in, who was unmarked, but it was there, headed across the 6-yard area. Deakin clears. Jay Harris didn't go for it like you'd have expected him to. Now a potential counter. Back to Charlesworth. He's got all the skinny height. Space as he brings it down. Deakin going forward with it. Looking for the crossing, looking for the far post, looking for Rawson. Rawson with the header. It's high and lofted and easy for the goalkeeper in the end, but a good idea. Just didn't work out. Getting a bit frustrated. Doyle putting the ball in. Turner will head it away. And forward with it, and then it's gone favourably. It's Deacon. He's not the quickest player, but he's got the man furthest forward on the right wing. He's got no support at the moment. Holds it up, Deacon. Gets on the right to O'Connor. Back to Deacon. Warrington Town defence is back. Cross to the far post. Header's got goal from Morris, but saved by Isherwood. He claims it at his near post. It's the best football from Stocksbridge so far. And now we'll send the ball long. Ball forward, and this could go well for Stocksbridge, but then, and Bourne, not a great clearance, goes to Rawson, who gets out to Grejlak. There's a chance here. Grejlak moves on to his left, takes a shot. It's a great save. Morris gets it in! Sorry, it's the other way round. It was Morris with the shot that was well saved, and it's Grejlak who has tucked it in at the near post, and the Steels lead 1-0 thanks to them liver Grejlak. Todd has scored. Doyle, ball towards the far end of the box. Headed towards the far end again, but Isang will get it on the right wing. Lofts a high, lofted cross. Headed across there by Chris Doyle, and I think he wanted someone to get on the end, right in the end. It goes out for a goal kick. Ball forward into the box to Morris, who's trying to turn, and he's just in the box still. Have to get it back to O'Connor, then back to Smythe. Smythe, some one-touch passing here, looking back to get it to Smythe, who gets it back into the middle. It's into the 6-yard area, but Warrington able to clear it back to O'Connor. O'Connor takes a shot, so he's rising. The time will be given in this one as the throw-ins take to O'Connor. Back to Charlesworth, takes a touch and then knocks it well, looking for Morris. Lovely back heel to O'Connor. Gets across. Oh, what a goal! It's an absolute wonder goal from the Aussie maestro. Alex O'Connor just teed up a volley, hits it, fizzes right across, cracks off the post on the far side, and it's 2-0 to the Steels. Alex O'Connor scoring the goal. Smythe, who launches the ball forward, goes behind everyone. Grejlak, Rawson breaks through. Rawson could have a chance here. Rawson tries to slip it over to Morris. Morris takes the first time shot. It's a good save. He never got a really good connection onto it. It should really be 3-0 now, though. So it'll be a corner, and these have looked very dangerous. There's not something I'd want to defend if you're just one goal up. Ball in, and it is in the back of the net, and it's going to be given. It looks like it might be Troy Bourne who's got the goal. Counter-attack happening. Turner, he's going to whip the ball into the box. Oh, he's going down under a push, but nothing challenge. Wilson heads it back into the box. Poole chest, Poole turns, Poole takes a shot, side netting. Ball going long from Isherwood. Goes further. Owen heads it towards the side. Wilkinson fighting for it. Wilkinson there. Will just volley that one away. It's going to be fought for inside the half. Rawson tries to touch, goes into the field. This could be it. Here comes Turner. Turner in the middle with space. Poole's on his left. Turner continuing his own. Finds Poole on the left, and what's he going to do? I think he's going to take it into that corner flag. Actually, no, he's got it wrong. It goes out for a throw-in. But that doesn't matter. That's it. The Steels have won 2-1. They got their goals in the first half. Oliver Grejlak made the most of an issue with still close range and tucked it in. Then Alex O'Connor with an absolute stunner of a volley made it 2-0. Nerves of course on the 82nd minute where Troy Bourne managed to head in from a corner, but the Steels have lined up and they have got 3 points today. It's 2 league wins. Steels will have the confidence they want going into this game. So let's go through the teams here now. Let's start with Stocksbridge. So it's Ben Townsend in goal, Tom Charlesworth, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner the captain, Elliot Owen, Ben Jordison, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, the only change today, comes in for Aston Ellard, James Morris and Oliver Grejlak. The benches, Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alpha Wilkinson, Thomas Poole and Aston Ellard. For Warrington, it's Liam Isherwood in goal, Troy Bourne, Jack Doyle, Josh Wheeler, Townsend sends it forward, but easy enough for Bourne to head away. 3-5-2 that Warrington Town are playing today against Stocksbridge's 4-3-3. Esong out to wide. Melardo goes forward, puts the ball in, long ball, but will go across. Doyle will pick it up on the left-hand side. Another ball into the middle, over the top, and at the far post. It's clumsy. Both teams appeal for it. Still in. It's not gone out. Here comes a strike, and Harry sends it well over the bar. So here comes Tweedley. Will just run over it. Will be hit by Doyle. Blocked by the wall. Corner kick Warrington. Really not been working so far for this game. We are much further than 6.5 minutes in, and the game's time has not paused. As goes in the middle to Turner. Turner striking it, and well, he scored 2 weeks ago, but he's not going to score with strikes like that. It's probably wide of 2 goals. Never mind, just the one. Now back with Charlesworth. The throw-in. Launch forward, and well, Martin is on the top of Rawson, but nothing given for that as Isong has got it. Isong taking a long-range shot under a lot of pressure and well wide back on that side there. So Dial will take it. A lot of options in the middle. And there's a late runner there for Harris going in, who was unmarked, but was there headed across the 6-yard area. Deakin clears. Jay Harris didn't go for it like you'd have expected him to. Now a potential counter. Back to Charlesworth. He's gone for the switch. Look for Deakin, who has to track it in the sunlight. And now Deakin has some space as he brings it down. Deakin going forward with it. Looking for the crossing, looking for the far post, looking for Rawson. Rawson with the header. It's high and lofted and easy for the goalkeeper in the end, but a good idea, just didn't work out. I'm getting a bit frustrated. Doyle putting the ball in, Turner will head it away and forward with it, and then it's unfavourably. It's Deakin. He's not the quickest player, but he's got the man furthest forward on the right wing. He's got no support at the moment. Holds it up, Deakin. Gets on the right to O'Connor. Back to Deakin. Warrington Town defence is back. Cross to on the far post. Header's got goal from Morris, but saved by Isherwood. He claims it at his near post. It's the best football from Stocksbridge so far. Now we'll send the ball long. Ball forward, and this could go well for Stocksbridge, but then, and Bourne, not a great clearance, goes to Rawson, who gets out to Grejlak. There's a chance here. Grejlak moves on to his left, takes a shot. It's a great save. Morris gets it in! Sorry, it's the other way round. It was Morris with the shot that was well saved, and it's Grejlak who has tucked it in at the near post, and the Steels lead 1-0 thanks to them, Oliver Grejlak. Todd has scored. Doyle, ball towards the far end of the box. Headed towards the far end again, but Isang will get it on the right wing. Lofts a high, lofted cross. Headed across there by Chris Doyle, and I think he wanted someone to get on the end, right in the end. It goes out for a goal kick. Forward into the box to Morris, who's trying to turn, and he's just in the box still. Have to get it back to O'Connor, then back to Smythe. Smythe, some one-touch passing here. Looking back to get it to Smythe, who gets back into the middle. It's into the 6-yard area, but Warrington able to clear it back to O'Connor. O'Connor takes a shot. It's always rising. The time will be given in this one as the throw-ins take to O'Connor. Back to Charlesworth. Takes a touch and then knocks it forward, looking for Morris. Lovely back heel to O'Connor. Kicked across. Oh, what a goal! It's an absolute wonder goal from the Aussie maestro. Alex O'Connor just teed up a volley, hit it, fizzes right across, cracks off the post on the far side, and it's 2-0 to the Steels. Alex O'Connor scoring the goal. Hello and welcome back here to the Auto Safety Stadium with me, Adam Allcroft, for this Northern Premier League Premier Division match between Prescot Cables and Stocksbridge Park Steels, and we are sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hire. Steels leading 1-0 thanks to that header from Oliver Grejlak. 2 subs on for Prescot Cables during the break. Francis Smith and Thomas Scully have made their way on. We'll just identify who they've replaced in a moment because we're not entirely sure. See when it's updated on the NPL live page. So it'll be Prescot Cables getting us away. We'll go through the teams for you when we get back underway, as we have 45 minutes for the Steels to either extend the lead or hold on if they want to claim their first away 3 points. And here we go. The second half has begun. Ball not long, headed into the middle by Prescot as they wear the amber and black shirts, splitting down the half, Blackburn Rovers style, black shorts, black socks kicking from right to left, while Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the claret and blue shirts, claret shorts, claret socks kicking from left to right. One here by Francis Smith, his first kick on the ball, gets the ball forward, and it will go out though for a Stocksbridge throw-in, getting very close to the flag. A chance for Prescot to try and pen the Steels in early on in this second half. And because Charles is taking probably a few more yards than he ought to do. Trying to identify who the two players going on. We actually had NPL Live confirmed yet that those substitutes have come off. We do know it's Francis Smith with Tom Scully gone off. The Stocksbridge runner throwing a bit higher up the pitch. Ball launched forward by Charles, but it's just going to go straight back out for a throw-in, and Prescot will get the ball back here. So the subs, James Devine, the captain, has gone off, and Charlie Doyle. They were replaced by Francis Smith and Thomas Scully. As Prescot then immediately throw the ball out for another throw-in. Not the best quality throw-ins we've just seen from both teams. Ball goes forward, head cleared away though, and now Prescott trying to get on the ball. O'Connor got a foot onto that, but John Murphy has done well to hold on to it. And then O'Connor's committed the foul going on to him, and it will be. The ball goes to Prescott. So let's go through the Prescott line-up here. It's Calvin Hare in goal, then Alex McNally, Matthew Devine, Peter Clark, Francis Smith, Thomas Scully, Jack Goodwin, James Steele, John Murphy, Ben Elliott and Finlay Cosadera. The players left on the bench are James Foley, Tony Donaldson and Patrick Farkas. As Morris just clears that one, and Stocksbridge could go on a counter here, so we'll just wait as Ross tries to beat his man. Tried to then get it past Devine, but then beats the line goal, goes out for a Prescott throw. Let's go through the Stocksbridge line-up. There was no changes at the break. It's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charlesworth, Connor Smythe, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Paul Iggleton, Danny Deakin, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, James Morrison, Oliver Grezlike. The bench is Jack Tinker, Sam Kay, Alf Wilson, John Lemon, Jack Negrushi. As Stocksbridge send one down into the wings for Rawson to try and chase, and it's been held up here by Peter Clark. I think Rawson thought he might get penalised for pushing the back on Clark there. Whistle is about to be blown for something. We can't see though in this corner because of the height of the stand and how close the pitch is, but it looks like it's got, whatever it is, it's a Stocksbridge free kick is being given. And a chance for Danny Deakin to whip the ball into the box. Pennington Church are down to 10 men. Harry Ambler has been sent off in their game. This is a good chance here. Northampton Town have equalised against Doncaster. Wheatley has scored. And Golcar freeing up on Frickley. Zach Rushworth, the scorer. Referee just is happy where the wall is, so he'll head into position and we'll get the free kick in a moment or so. We know how strong he is from this sort of set piece. Ball into the box. Rawson with a header. It's 2-0 to the Steels. Calvin Hare's punished there for his indecision coming for the ball. He was initially going for it, stops. Rawson's there for the header. Stocksbridge have doubled their lead and are 2-0 up. Don't score many headers, Luke Rawson, but as his dad likes to remind him quite a bit, but got one there. Yeah. And Stocksbridge will be very, very happy with that. And what a way to start the second half. As the Seals now 2-0 up. Ball quickly put back to Hare. Now switched out to the left. Won't stay in though, and Stocksbridge will get the ball back. Also, his second league goal of the season, third overall. Looks like the striker's getting a bit of confidence about him now. As Grezlike tried to lay it into the middle, but too far ahead of Rawson. It goes back to Calvin Hare. Ball out to the right, and Smythe has a bit of a tricky one. He comes back in the middle, but Goodwin will pick it up. Tries to go down the right and back into midfield. Down that right again to Cosadera. Bit of a wrestle with Smythe, then cross goes in, blocked by Turner, who then hacks it out away, picked up by Smith, who puts it back in the field, then a switch. Hitch out to the left-hand side, being held up here by Steele, forced back though to Matthew Devine, who picks up the armband for this second half. Crossing the middle, Townsend claims. Ball goes forward. And climbing over the top of Rawson is Peter Clark, and he will be penalised for it. And Stocksbridge now have a free kick from about 30 yards out. Now Deacon standing over it, he set up the last one. He's got a chance to set up another, but this one will be a bit trickier from this 30 yards out, right of centre position. Stocksbridge are making a substitute. Alfie Wilkinson will come on for Oliver Gresham, the man who opened the scoring. An earlier than normal sub for him, Richard, especially if things going exactly as he'd have planned. Always makes a nuisance of himself, Wilkinson, in the couple of things we see. Ball in the middle, Hard does come out and claim that. I think learned his lesson. Quickly sprayed out. Notice that Prescot is unmarked on the opposite side, but Prescot can't make much of it as it's Stocksbridge get it back on the left. Morris into the middle. Eagleton, who's very far up the pitch, can't get onto it, but O'Connor filled in well as the ball's back out and goes back into defence where Townsend is, and Townsend will now pick it up. 52 minutes gone. Steele's leading 2-0 here. Ball goes long, looking for Alfie Wilkinson, who's taken place on the right wing. Direct sub up. Deacon tried to get it with his foot, but cleared away. Smythe misses his header. This could be a chance. Oh, he meets it really well with Crossadair trying to go forward, but it stays in. Eagleton gets back in the middle. Now back to Owen, who sliced ball forward. Wilkinson just misjudged that one as it was coming towards him, and I think he's committed the foul at the same time. So Prescot will get the free kick, and Wilkinson usually is in amongst that sort of thing. Surprised, just wasn't quite aware that was coming towards him, and he just needs a bit more alertness there. Goalcar 3-0 upon Frickley. Zach Rushworth has scored again. And Durham District 3-1 up in Oakley. Justin Circuit the goal. Free kick's taken out to the left here with Jack Goodwin. He's looking to beat Charles, but he's got him beat at the moment. Wilton back to help, and he blocks the cross, and it's a corner to Prescot as they look to quickly get back into this one. And this is where Stocksbridge need to be on the best. They need to wind down that clock, get it, keep it slow, make sure that Prescot don't get hope that a comeback is on. Especially Stocksbridge have been up 2-0 away from home this season and lost it. That was at Stockton Town. The ball to the far post. Eagleton heads it away. Wilkinson actually kind of helps out Prescot here as they redistribute the ball back. Crossadair. Chip ball towards the far post. Smythe can only head it beyond, and it will be out for another corner kick. Wilkinson's substitution not quite working out early on in this half. I wonder if Gresham might have a little knock away. He may have come off a bit earlier than you'd have thought. Will be announcing her. Hitting low, and then this time Wilton easily clears it out for a throw in. It didn't find Deacon as he would have wanted it to, but Prescot fans a bit frustrated there with the way that corner went. It'll be a long throw now from Prescot. Throwing, going long into the box, headed into the area, but then O'Connor gets it. Slice ball into the box and takes an awkward bounce off the pitch, and it's going to be a corner kick. Seems to bounce back off the line and into Smythe's chest, and another corner. That's when your home pitch helps you out, and it seems. Thomas Scully will take this corner. Bit of pressure here from the home side. Low one here. Takes a shot, takes a deflection, and then Eagleton clears it away. Nicely worked, but Eagleton was aware. Now it's a chance for a counter. Charles, though, loses the ball, stops that counter, and then Smythe goes in with a tackle, wins it. Turner will come away with the ball. Forward to Morris, back it goes to Smythe, takes the touch. Out wide here to O'Connor. Forward here to Turner, then in the middle to Morris, then back to O'Connor, who launches it over the top. It should be covered here by Matthew Devine, who's got Turner in his back. Back it goes to the keeper. Wilkinson's close to getting onto that, as Eagledon will head the clearance away. Back out to the left here with Steele. Back into Smith. With now Scully, the two substitutes in that central midfield. Now Smith back. Oh, I thought it was a good pass, but then Deacon's got it, and now it's a counter attack. Deacon going forward. Not a great pass looking for Wilson, but Wilson will get the better of the tackle. Wilson on the right, she keeps it in. Tackle goes in. Both teams are going to appeal for the ball. It will be a corner kick to Stocksbridge. Another chance for a set piece. It was the free kick was almost like a corner earlier on. Stocksbridge still sending their big men options of Elliot Owen and Paul Eagledon up. Wait for that ball to go in, and it's going to be low, headed away at the near post. Turner's volley just goes high up into the air. Owen's going to challenge for it, headed away to the edge again. O'Connor, to get some foot onto it, goes over the bar, and that will be that. Goal kick to Prescot. 56, just about to be 57 minutes gone. This game, Steele's leading 2-0 after an early goal in this second half. Luke Rawson headed in. Ball going forward. Eagledon strong header away, but only back into midfield. Prescott, who quickly get it out to left, headed in by Steele to the edge, but Owen then heads it away. Then Deacon out. Rawson headed on to the right to Wilkinson. O'Connor just can't get onto that, and that could be a chance here. O'Connor just nips the back of the ankles of Steele. It's a free kick to Prescott Cables. So it just means to be a bit sharper with some of the passing at the moment. So ball is back with Francis Smith to take this free kick from about 30 yards out, and will be a ball to go into the box, and it's a good looking ball. Goes in forehand side, and it's wide! Going to be a corner kick. Eagledon's not happy about that decision. Well, none of the Stocksbridge defence are, but it was almost a Prescott goal. Francis Smith will take this corner. Prescott are having their best period of the game now. Quite a few set pieces in a row. Stocksbridge just need to settle. Ball, look for that far post. Eagledon with the header away. Then it's Scully who tried to get on the right hand side, but that will be covered by Morris. Morris taking it forward. Going well for it, and it's going to be covered here by Cross Adair, who's back in defence, and O'Connor was harassing. Back it goes to the keeper and just launches it. Smythe just misses the header, as it's going to be won there by Elliott, who gets it forward, and Eagledon will just cover that, and it's going to be Townsend who takes it into his box. Almost has to jump onto it there. Don't think he was aware how close it was. Well, it's not good news for the Everton fans here as well, as they're 1-0 down at Manchester City. Erling Haaland has scored, as Eagledon can't get the header right there, but Charles will launch it out towards the left. Morris trying to shield it, trying to get it back down to Deacon, but it's going to end up going out to play. It's going to be given as a Stocksbridge throw-in, actually. Mill to Turner. Back it goes. Prescott Cables wants to make a substitution as Deacon coming forward with it. Laid forward here for Morris. Rawson's in the middle here. Morris looking for Rawson, blocked before he can make it to the striker. And now McNally's on the ball, trying to pass it out to trouble, but won by Smythe here. But then his passes to no one in the box, and Prescott pick it up and appeals for the counter. The fans are shouting it, but then Charles reads it well, heads away, will go out for a throw-in. Sheffield United are 1-0 up on Watford. Callum O'Hare has scored, and Rotherham United 1-0 up on Leyton Orient. Sam Numbe the scorer. Two struggling teams are leading. As Tony Donaldson is making his way on, he will replace. Nope, we didn't get that name. As Tony Donaldson has made his way on for Prescott. Tony Donaldson has made his way on there for Prescott. As Turner heads the ball away, but met there by Scully. Takes a few deflections. O'Connor heads away. Charles wanted it, and he ran into O'Connor and all. As the ball is with Donaldson now. Back into Scully, who switches it over to the right, and Smythe will head that away, but will now be picked up. Smythe is pressing. He will go out for a throw-in, and Smythe will just want to get quickly back into position. As throwing is taken, very direct one to Crossadair on the right wing. Being well read there, and when she does go out for a Prescot throw-in. We just need to get back on it as they were before, and it's John Murphy who had gone off for Donaldson earlier. There's a 1-2 here from the throw-in, back out to the right to McNally, back in the middle. Smith tries to knock it, but then spotted by Smythe, who clears it. Out it goes for another throw-in close to the halfway line. McNally just told, get a bit back there. Ball forward here to Smith, back to McNally, launch ball into the box. Could be a dangerous one right into the 6-yard area. Townsend does well and claims it. 61 minutes gone in the game, 2-0 to the Steels. Sheffield FC are 1-0 up against Fackley. Former Stocksbridge player Corey Gregory with the goal. Ball forward and headed away there by Scully, and Prescot are winning every ball at the moment as they look to try and launch a counter attack and a comeback. There's some good play here, gets it to Goodwin on the left, crossing towards the near post. Townsend claims, really good claim by the goalkeeper. Nice work from Townsend, who's been strong in goal so far. Ball forward looking for Morris, who can't get to it, headed away again, and now Turner will contest the header. Gets it forward, Morris trying to, but Prescott get away, and only back throwing thankfully, but he only gets it back into midfield, and Stocksbridge just not retaining possession at the moment. It's not their strongest part of the game. It's with Donaldson now. You'd say it's the Kevin Keegan hair while you're at this part of the country from Tony Donaldson, but his ball forward ends up just going out for a goal kick. 62 minutes gone in this game. Wanted the overlap, couldn't find it. The ball will be back with Townsend now, as Stocksbridge doing as well as they could. Ball going long, Wilson will look to get turned to, but headed away by Devine before Charles returns it. Rawson tries to get it, locks it long, looking for Morris to try and chase. He might have got in the middle of Clark here. He's got a bit of a touch here. Clark's awkwardly trying to deal with it, but Morris has just done too much there in giving away the foul. So Prescott will get the ball back with a free kick. God, Bishop Auckland having a really good game. They were bottom of the table, but they're winning 4-0 against Lincoln United. Forward, ball into the middle by Press, but then Townsend will claim that one. Takes his time with it before getting it forward. Look for Morris, who's moved to centre forward. Rawson on the left at the moment. Headed away, Smythe tries to get forward, but forward midfield ball contents forward. Eagleton can only get it out to left. Owens trying to just deal with it. He just has a volley out, and it will be a throw in for Prescott, who again are in Stocksbridge's half. Well, Erling Haaland has certainly woken up. He's now scored his second against Everton today. The ball back on the right, ball forward, and Smythe will look to just watch that go out. It will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. So back with Smythe now for the throw-in. And Stocksbridge are now understandably taking the time. Thing you love it when it's your own team, thing you hate it when it's the other. Smythe launch it forward. Rawson will head it on. Wilson gets the touch, trying to get through a couple of players, and he does. This is what Wilson's best at, but that tackle does get him in. It's a fair sliding tackle. I think the only way to get the ball off him on that case. Ball forward. Eagleton will head it away, though. Smythe tries to hook it over his head into midfield, and Morris tried to drop deep to get it, but it's on the end. Smythe just gets his clearance wrong. It's out for another Prescott throw-in. Doncaster City 2-0 up on Nostell Miners Welfare. Jack McKay, the scorer. Back with McNally for this throw-in. And then usually cleared out. It actually just took a touch off a Prescott player on its way out, and it will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Smythe will have the ball. Stocksbridge are looking for a clean sheet. Their first clean sheet since the Parkgate Sheffield Senior Cup match. And their first clean sheet in the league since, I believe, Warrington Rylands back in August. Owen heads the ball away. And then Prescot can't keep it in. It'll be out for a Stocksbridge throw-in just inside their own half. Doncaster Rovers a 2-1 down to Northampton, a Hoskins penalty. Smythe throwing finds Rawson. He's trying to hold it up, trying to turn his man, but he's been blocked off as it will down trickle out for a Prescot throw-in. Prescott launching it downfield. Smythe heads it back into the middle. Morris trying to read it. Lovely touch to Wilkinson. Another lovely touch to Rawson. Rawson back heel to Wilkinson. That lets him go down the left. Here comes Wilkinson on the left, facing up with McNally, trying to see if he can beat him. He's got 2 men around him, and then he just takes a too heavy touch, and then McNally able to get a foot in and get it away. And now ball goes forward here to Elliott, getting held up, but Owen gets the ball off him. Back with Smythe. He loses bounce pick, but does get through to Owen. Forward to Deacon. Now out to the left. Ball forward, looking for Morris. It's a great ball. Can Morris get it sideways? Rawson's in the middle. Morris, great touch, puts the player on his bottom, takes a shot, blocked. And now Prescott are on the clear. Yeah. And it will be a free kick Prescott's way. So Prescott now will try and build from the back. Good chance there, they're trying to make it free and it would really kill this game off. Ball forward. Over the top of Riggleton. Adair's trying to get the touch, gets the first one in his header. Charles is coming, takes a shot, it's in, and that's a daft one to give away. And now that is Prescott well and truly back into it, and probably at the ideal time for them to score as well. The 67th minute. Charles just couldn't shield it from a Route 1 ball as well. It's the simplest way for Prescott to score, but it is a goal for the home team. That's frustrating, really frustrating, because Stocksbridge have done well, they've shielded, oh well, but then it's just the simplest ball off the top. That's done them. That's the worst part about that, is that it's all the complications and all the good play they've done that's not done at all. It's the simple thing. With Finlay across the dirt, then just beating Charles with his body, and Stocksbridge will not be able to keep the clean sheet. 22 minutes for the Steels to try and hold on now. They only had 10 minutes to hold on when they conceded against Warrington in a similar sort of position. And there's a bit of an impromptu team talk happening, I think, with James Foley about to come on. So got to be better from a long ball over the top than that. That's the frustrating part. So Peter Clark is coming off with James Foley coming on. That's Prescott now saying we're having this, we're going to get a point now. I think actually we was having to stop because Calvin Hale's getting a bit of treatment there as well. Just frustrating. A long ball over the top, as simple as it could be, and Stocksbridge just don't deal with it. Game is now back underway. James Foley come on for Peter Clark, as said, and it's a switch out to left. That's Rawson will keep it in, knocks it off his man to keep it in, and on the left hand side, trying to move it into the middle, can't do so. Back to Turner it will go. Over to left to Deacon, back into Turner. Then Smythe, some nice interplay. Forward, look for Rawson, who is holding up the ball. Back it goes to Deacon. Deacon in the middle to O'Connor. Back to Turner, switching for Charlesworth. Good looking ball, headed away. Back to O'Connor, returns it. Morris might have been offside when he got that touch, but nothing's given. Wilkinson's just trying to take it out to left. We'll find Turner. Turner's continuing on the left. Back to Smythe. Smythe now to Turner. Turner, good overlap. Smythe now slips as he gets the ball, and it's well defended. He was followed all the way, and now here come Prescott. Ball forward. Owen heads it back into the middle, and then Turner will intercept. Back to O'Connor. Now Wilkinson. Bit of space for him to use, but then he's quickly closed down. Loses the ball that O'Connor gets. He tries to find Wilkinson, but can't do so. Prescott back on the ball here, and now it's with Goodwin trying to go down the left. O'Connor's trying to cover him. It will. I think it's gone out, and it will, well, whatever it is, it's Stocksbridge's way. 70 minutes gone in this game. It's 2-1 to Stocksbridge. 20 minutes for the Steels to hold on. So Burnley are 2-0 up on Leeds to Chowner the score, and Palace with 2-0 down now 2-2 against Bournemouth. Mateta the score, man who scored the equaliser. Barnsley 2-2 Bradford City as well. Kelly has scored. Goalcar 4-0 up on Frickley. Rico Kilbourne, the man with the goal. Throwing forward, looking for Rawson. Headed backwards there and then heading sideways. Morrison just can't track onto the ball there. Deacon's flick goes forward, headed away. And then Donaldson misses header. Charlesworth, who won't be happy with his role in that goal, he gets it forward, but then it's lost, and now it'll be back here with Foley, who's in defence at the moment, and he will get it back here to the goalkeeper. Hare launching it forward. That's how the goal came from. O'Connor can head it backwards, and this could be dangerous as well. Owens has misjudged it, and then Charlesworth again not great, and thankfully Townsend's able to claim a looping pass, well, header back by Charlesworth, and it is, but then Townsend gets a late connected. It is a free kick. The Route 1 is damaging Stocksbridge a lot so far. Ball forward from Townsend. Morris comes off him well and goes to Rawson, who holds it up, turns well. Back it goes to Turner, gets it out to Smythe. Deacon's off an option on the left, and he finds Deacon. Options in the middle for him. He'll put the cross in high, lofted over the top of everyone and headed away in the end. Back to Charles, who's central. Spreads it out wide to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, who got put across in, blocked. Wilkinson will continue to fight. He's going to shield that as it goes out. I think for a throw-in. Yes, it'll be a throw-in for Stocksbridge. So we really do need that third goal now to ease the nerves of the travelling support. Nice. Sheffield Wednesday have got one back into Charlton Athletic. Jamal Lowe, the goal scorer. Ball to Wilkinson on the right-hand side, and to Charles, switch forward, but that's intercepted. And Charles will need to get back in position because it could be a counter-attack. Donaldson, lovely spin, moves away Turner from him. Forward, looking for Ben Elliott. Elliott then with the touch. Eagleton's trying to shield him here. Back out it goes to Scully. Into the midfield now to Smith. Lovely play from Prescott. It's out wide now to right. Smythe trying to follow. Smythe, and it's an over dribbled ball that eventually goes out for the goal kick. Stocksbridge happy with that one. How that going? 73 minutes gone, and Stocksbridge are going to make the next. Well, the next stage is going to be another Prescott substitute. Well, I was doing Richard's voice, yeah. And it'll be the last substitute. Patrick Farkas, the Blackburn Rovers youngster, who is a youth international for Hungary, will come on. He will. Well, I thought he was coming on for Jack Goodwin then, but no, it's not. It's going to be the goal scorer Finlay Crossadare coming off. Ian Richards will have a shares that with Farkas being part of that Rose youth system. So back with Townsend now. Ball will be launched forward, headed away by Scully before Charles returns. Look to the left hand side. Morris is trying to get onside. It's a good header forward. Rawson tries to get a touch, but look at Deakin. Launch forward. Look for the runner. Rawson on the left wing. Well knocked away by Foley. He's being forced deeper with it. Rawson pressing. A short pass has been cut out by Morris. Then Rawson on it now. Everyone's on the left hand side though. Cross in, and that'll be claimed by Hare. It was never aimed, and now quickly thrown out here. To Goodwin. Charles gets a foot in, but Charles, I think, he's been beaten here. He has. Goodwin got past him. Charles has got a nibble on him, but the game continues as he goes on the ball, and then Turner is come to free kick given. That's a fair one there. We don't know what Prescot Cable's fans are singing, but it's to the tune of Zombie by the Cranberries. As the ball from Smith goes into the box, headed away by Eagleton, goes to the edge of the area, picked up there by Farkas as well to get it away from Smythe on the right-hand side. Back it goes to an unmarked Foley, goes in, it's going past everyone, it's in the 6-yard area, Wilkinson clears. Dangerous moment. Throwing for Prescott as they pile the pressure on. Ball out here to Smith. Out to the left it goes, that will be another Prescott throw-in. But Stocksbridge are going to make their substitution. Jack Tinker's making his way on. There's going to be a direct one for left back with Connor Smythe heading off. And using that with Farkas coming on, I think Tinker's going to be used to try and match the pace that he brings. So I think we obviously would like to be back in the starting lineup, been dropped in recent weeks for Connor Smythe. Now does make his way on. Forward, ball into the box. Charles misses his header, but then Chris Eagleton loose, and it's one here in the middle. Played into the 6-yard area. Stabbed and wide of the goal. Corner kick. It's took a deflection. Prescot think they're going to get an equaliser soon, and with the momentum, you don't really want to disbelieve them. Eagleton almost punished for not clearing it on the initial attempt. Corner going in towards the far post, and it's going to loop and then over the bar. That's that Prescot's so close then. I think this stadium held its breath for a few seconds there. Back with Townsend now. 77 minutes gone. Being jeered by the young fans behind him as Townsend launching it long. Head up into the air and out to the right, and Deacon's just contesting it, and he does well with the ball. Gets it to Turner. Forward to Morris now. But won by Foley. Back it goes to Hare. Owen's going to look to try and win the header here. Does win the header. Deacon trying to get it to left, but it's been won by Farkas, who's been lively since coming on. Into the midfield to Smith. And then over to Scully. Scully holding onto the ball. Shot pass forward, blocked by O'Connor. Into the middle. Wilkinson trying to press now. Forward, and then O'Connor's going to win that. And he could find Wilkinson here with the ball forward, but it's too heavily hit. Hare's going to come out and claim it. He's done well. Just a bit too much on that from Alex O'Connor. Hare, but that ball down on the ground and launching it long. Charles Huff will get the head away into the midfield. Turn trying to get it, but Donaldson's going to win that. And then out wide, and Tinker sliding tackle blocks. That will go out for a throw-in. Got all the momentum with Prescot at the moment. That's Farkas into the middle now with Smith. Loads of space. Ball into the middle. Eagleton can only slice it up into the air. It's going to still in the box. It's dropping. Bounces a bit, going towards goal. Owen's got a few headers. He's gone down, cleared. He's gone to the edge here to Goodwin. Goodwin's trying to find the shot. Takes a block. And it's still on the edge of the area, headed in. And then Deakin can't get the touch. And then Turner hooks it away. Wilkinson clears. And he's going to go in the middle there. No chance for a counter. Return quickly back onto the right to Farkas. Tinker trying to get his foot in. Being forced backwards though. Good turn there by Farkas. But he's still been blocked by Tinker. Into the middle now for Smith. Switch over to the left. Brought down well here by Goodwin. Into the middle now to Smith. Now to Foley. Now Smith. Taking the touch. Over here to Devine. Holding it up and then for the left. Charles has got a foot onto them, but then he gives it back to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to get the left, and a good slide tackle from Goodwin goes out for a throw-in. This Prescot attack seems to have lasted for years. Left Goodwin with a cross looking for the far post. Townsend gets a punch onto it, and Farkas is going to leave that as it goes out for a corner. It is all Prescot at the moment. Ilkley have got one back against Dern. Joseph Edmonds the scorer. Can't take your eyes off it at the moment, really, as Hallam a free one up, I've just noticed. I can't see the scorer. Short corner, Stocksbridge, Ian Richards not happy as the cross goes in. Owen, strong header away though. Prescott will be first onto it though. This is what Stocksbridge are struggling with. They're getting it out of the box, but then no one can get onto it. Morris is pressing, ball out to the right, and then that is over hit and out for a goal kick. We have just passed the 80-minute mark. So Townsend, who is happy with the delay of this game at the moment, as the ball, as he just takes the ball over to the edge of his 6-yard area. So Townsend sending it long, and they can only head it out for a throw in to Stocksbridge. I think that's the thing Stocksbridge need to do, just keep it in the other half. Can't score if they're in their own half. That's how it usually goes anyway. As Charles will have the throw in. Getting a few instructions from Ian Richards, but he's been told to hurry it up by the referee. Can't fault the referee from Matthew Langdon on that one. As Charles gets it forward and a little touch behind and then cleared away. Goes back to Donaldson, who hooks it out. Deacon's trying to get onto that, but when he gets a touch onto it before Tinker clears it away. Morris, who's on the right wing at the moment, is going to try and keep it in. He can't do so. Will go out for a Prescot throw-in. Goodwin launching it forward. Charles can head into midfield, but it just goes right to Smith here. Forced out left, back to Goodwin. Hook ball in the middle, but well, that's risky from Owen. It's risky from Townsend. Owen just ducked out to the way of the ball. Townsend took it to feet and then he just jumped on it, Townsend. And that's living riskily. 81 and a half minutes gone. Ball forward left for Morris. He can't do anything when it goes over his head and it's out for a throw-in. That's just going to keep the pressure coming from Prescot. Stocksbridge substitute being made. Morris is making his way off. He will be replaced, well, by Jordan Lemon. That's a defensive substitution for the Steels. The veteran defender going on to try and calm things down. Throwing's going to go back to Hare. Rawson's pressing as it's given out here to Devine. Devine forward on to the right, to Farkas, forced back, and right pass, and oh, Tinker's almost won that. Just seeing what I'm trying to. It's a 5-man defence the Steels have gone into with a way. Very rare to see that in this sort of position for Stocksbridge, something they must have been working on in this sort of position. And Turner just misses the tackle as Donaldson gets through him. Out to the right to Farkas, cross going in. Townsend, good punch away. Taken down on the chest, back to Francis Smith. Now sideways here to Scully. Had more space than I think he realised. As back to Foley, onto the right now to Farkas. Got Tinker with him. Then in the middle to Smith. Then forward and into the middle, and then Prescott keeping the ball well. Now Donaldson, they're looking for that cutting edge at the moment. Turner trying to harass as the ball's now quickly gone on to the left here with Goodwin. Cross it into the middle. Eggleton with the header. They want the foul. They've got the foul. A forward gunning into the back of Paul Eggleton has been penalised. 83 minutes gone here. 7 and out of time to hold on for Stocksbridge. Newcastle United have equalised against Brighton. Nick Walter-Mare, the goal scorer. Ball going forward. He's going to go back to the right. Rawson needs to try and keep this in, and he does, but he only gives it back to Prescott, so he might as well just let it go out there. Wilson got a bit of a foot in there. Tinker will get the ball. He just launches that one away. It was a smart move in the situation he found himself in, even though it's going to be a throw-in quite deep in Prescott's half for Prescott. Back on the right-hand side for Prescott as they look to get an attack underway. You'd have the money on them equalising, though, to be honest, in my opinion, with the way that they have attacked in this second half, especially after getting that goal. That's a nothing, really, but they're using it to their advantage. Stocksbridge got a left footer's goal out to nothing, really, too. So Turner heads the ball forward, but can't find Wilkinson. Francis Smith with a break-up play. Now Scully on the ball. Connor's trying to get himself back. Tinker's slipping as he was going for the tackle there, but then he gets it on the second attempt. Now Wilkinson, forward to Rawson. And if he wanted to turn there, but just couldn't do so, and Prescott have the ball back. Charles was going forward for him there. Rawson, I think, feeling a bit sorry for himself after that failed attempt to turn. Ball going forward here for Ben Elliott. Chested down on that right, in towards the corner flag, but he's just trying to get out of it, really. And he's just trying to make sure he doesn't go to play. He knocks out, and who's going to get it? It's going to be a goal kick. 85 minutes gone, 2-1 to the Steels. Back with Townsend. As Stocksbridge make another substitution. Sam Kay is making his way on. It looks like Danny Deacon is the man being replaced here. The Steelers look to hold on to a lead. And Townsend will get the ball back for the goal kick. Steelers try to prevent this being a Stockton Town situation. Townsend launching the ball long here, and Rawson brings it down well, but he brought it down well for no one. Prescot Cables have the ball back. It's back with Hare. Send it forward, and Wilkinson almost got down to that. Ball forward, and nothing penalises. Lemon uses physicality to stop Ben Elliott from making his way through. That's what I think what Prescot fans say is a foul, and what the away fans will say was experienced defending. Ball forward, look for Wilkinson. Tries to bring it down, but Devine gets enough onto that and cleared away. Now into the middle, no one in the field to cut that. Quite poor clearance down, then Turner trips his man. It's a free kick to Prescot. Curtis Turner, I thought he was going to get told in the booking that, but it'll be just a free kick. Back here, Francis Smith for the free kick. Steele's having to bring everyone back to defend. Ball forward into the box, headed out towards the left, and Tinker will just take that and then tries to clear off his man, but it's got caught in his feet, and his forecast has won it now. Ball now into the box, it's going to the far side, and then it's headed further out to the edge of the 6-yard area. Prescott on the attack now, Goodwin on the left hand side. Back it goes here to Smith, then back to Goodwin. O'Connor slips, ball into the box, headed away by Lemon, who's having a really good game since coming on. Ball goes back into the box, Lemon heads out to the side, O'Connor clears it, and then Turner with a full clearance, and then brought down the way by Foley. This pressure will remain. He was hoping it was going to get past him. As Farkas is trying to get past Tinker, Tinker gets dragged around as Farkas is going past him. It's a free kick to Stocksbridge. 87 minutes gone, Steele's leading 2-1. Brighton are back ahead against Newcastle. Danny Welbeck has scored his second of the game. So Townsend will go over to take this. Doncaster City 3-0 upon Nostell now. Harry McCudden the scorer, and Selby equalises Club 4, and Charlie Petch the man with that goal. Townsend launch ball long. O'Connor's the one who's going to contest the header, but head forward and be back with Prescott. They've got space on the left, Prescott, but Charles has read that brilliantly and played it out. Wilson a fight for it, but not so quick to get to him now. Donaldson, Turner into his back, no foul given, and he's won it the second time, and then Stocksbridge will get the free kick their way. Prescott fans are not happy with this referee. Don't blame him, to be honest. I thought Turner had given away the foul first time. It was a foul that time as well, but I think Stocksbridge have just got away with that one, to be honest. So Stocksbridge haven't really sent anyone forward. As Turner will send the ball in looking for Wilkinson, but headed away and then knocked away by Jonathan going to O'Connor. Egglin will initially miss the header, but now will volley it back. Wilkinson weren't going to be offside if it did go to him, but it is back and sent long again. Lemon will, leave it for Owen, and then Lemon just launches it away. Rawson will look to challenge, head away, but he's offside, and will be actually a free kick here for Prescott for that offside. Wondered if they'd like to continue with Stockbridge just a tiny bit out of shape. Goldcarve won 6-0 against Frickley today. George Doyle, and I mean they have taken it, but tried to take it about 10 yards back. And now Calvin Hare will come up to take this. Stockbridge need to do all they can to defend this now. Ball forward at the left hand side. Owen gets back. Tinker's going to just try and cover this and volley it away. It's a good volley, and back to Foley, who's the furthest outfield player back. He'll give it back to Hare. We'll get 5 minutes of added time, 5 minutes for the Steels to hold on. Ball forward. Charlesoff can only head it shortly out. Will be picked up here by Goodwin, who's going to try and get round O'Connor here. He's doing a good job. The ball into the middle. Townsend claims. We are into added time now. 5 minutes of it to come. Townsend sending it long. but no, it's going to be an unchallenged header back for the defender. Brought down well, Charles trying to go for back, and then blocked by Charles. Will be out for a throw-in to Prescot. Bournemouth now freed up on Crystal Palace. Christie has scored. Ball forward. Lemon will head away, but it's only gone back here to Smith. Stocksbridge not winning the second balls at this point and allowing pressure to keep coming on to them. Devine switches it over to Foley. Foley being pressed by Wilkinson, but back it goes to Devine. O'Connor, the man pressing, does leave a gap in midfield, and that gap is going to be taken advantage of now with Francis Smith. Out wide here to the right. Now to Farkas, but Tinker will meet it first and clears it out into the trees. Stocksbridge need to defend now as this game ticks on. Will be a long throw, but it's actually they're going to find a short one here. Back it goes onto the right, and then back to Scully. Ball into the box. Owen gets it out to the left, headed towards across the area. Rawson heads it back. It takes a bit of a block in the 6-yard area. Out to the left to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to beat Charles. Ball across the 6-yard area. He's everyone hit, blocked, and then Stocksbridge clear. Rawson's tripped, and it's going to be a free kick to the Steels for the trip on Rawson. Prescott really not happy about that. Steels survive that as the second minute of added time comes into play. A yellow card there for James Steele for dissent. Rawson there got tripped as he was trying to press out there, and that's why the free kick was given. Bamber Bridge 2-0 up on Whitby. Jamie Allen has got the goal. The Steels look to hold on. Townsend sending the ball long. Rawson can't get the head on. His head back. O'Connor will head it forward, but back into the field, knocked long. Can Eagledon get this away? Can only head it sideways. It's first onto it there was Tinker who launched it forward. Rawson heads on. Wilton will look to get onto it, but it will go out for a Prescott throw-in. Into the third minute of added time. 2 minutes left. Launched forward. Charles will head back into the midfield. Push pass in. Kay will get it. Kay launched it back. Look for Wilkinson. Can Wilkinson? It's a high ball for him to bring down. Does. He's surely bringing it into the corner flag. Kay's going to give himself an option to try and get into the corner flag. It's blocked. It will go out. And it stayed in actually. Thought it would go out on that right hand side. Stops happy to keep it there. Dr. Rawson, who is now going to try and take the corner flag. And there he is. The corner flag slips over there as he does so, but he's keeping it. Goes out eventually though for a goal kick to Prescott. 1.5 minutes to go. Didn't really time waste as much as they wanted to there. Ball long from Prescott. Goes past Eagledon. Charles gets a touch onto it, volleys it away. Headed back into midfield. Tinker will be first onto that. Tinker just launches that. He slices it though, and it will just go out. Eventually, awkwardly out for a throw-in on that far side, just inside Prescott's half. Quickly taken throw. Into the last minute now. Switched. And then over there, and no, that is a clambering tackle. Stocksbridge get the free kick there. That looked more like the jump you do in a scrum for rugby union. Charles is staying down after that one. Steele's trying to hold on. Leading 2-0 here. With 30 seconds to go. Hopefully, with this kick forward, we can keep it up in that part of the pitch and claim our first league win away from home. Ball going forward now to that right-hand side. Headed away into midfield, but it's just going to go to Turner. Turner tried to get back to the right-hand side. Rawson will leave it, but it will go out for the throw-in. Prescott will get their last chance from this. No, they won't! The Steels have got their away win. They got a goal early in this second half. Luke Rawson headed in from the corner. Nerves were created though. A long ball, and Findlay crossed it there, holding off Tom Charlesworth. Meant they were able to create a 20-minute press for an equaliser. But the Steels held on. They got their win today. The first league win, 3 league wins in a row. Stocksbridge have all the points going home with back over to Sheffield. Thank you to everyone at Prescot Cables for being a fantastic host here. Thank you to our sponsors, R&R Car and Van Hire. I've been Adam Allcroft here for the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. Thank you for all of you for listening. We will see you on Tuesday night away at Hyde United. Thank you and good night.